Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Boy, it's a good thing I already have this microphone on and these lights set up. You know, when last I mused, I realized I left something hanging. Everybody wants to grab onto the next big thing rocket. But the discipline of marketing hasn't changed. Not in the last 5 years, or 15 years, or in its 100-year history. Some tactics have evolved, but the fundamentals of making the tactics work remain the same. Unfortunately, those fundamentals aren't apparent. Ask 4 marketers the same question and you can expect 7 different answers. Pilots, architects, orchestra conductors, and drivers on the road all agree on fundamentals. We marketers struggle with that. Sorry. The fundamentals in marketing are explained brilliantly by Professor Mark Ritson, who brought his PhD in marketing to Marketing Week's mini MBA course. And he breaks it down into 3 easy-to-understand parts.
First, we diagnose what's going on. Second, we develop a strategy. Strategy has got nothing to do with tactics. Nothing. Yeah? It's cold and it's blue and it's been the same for more than 2,000 years. And then finally, the tactics deliver on the strategy.
First, we diagnose. When I do this, I'm trying to learn about a company at its cellular level. Where did it come from? Why does it exist? What kind of purchase cycle is the customer in? Is the company growing or stagnant? What are we trying to accomplish and how will we know when we get there? Is this a new brand or an established one? Innovating industry or stalwart? Market, product, or sales oriented? Luxury price or discount? This diagnosis goes on for days, maybe weeks, possibly months. It's that important. Strategy. You can only build a strategy if you've done a diagnosis. Strategy has nothing to do with tactics.
Nothing, yeah?
So if you're already discussing direct mail, SEO, or TV commercials, you've overshot the runway. Strategy is answering these questions. Who are we talking to? What position are we going to have in their brains? How will we know when we've done it? Who are we talking to? Okay, we're segmenting our customers into who they are and who they are not. Are they coupon clippers or relational types? Are they early adopters or traditionalists? First class or coach? Plenty of ways to do it. Doesn't matter, but it's got to be done. What position are we going to take? How is your brand going to be different from the 17 other brands in the same category? It's got to live someplace in the customer's mind. You got to figure it out. How will we know when we've done it? I mean, every plan has to have a goal. How will you know if you've moved your audience and claimed a position in their minds? What will you measure and when? Then come tactics. Okay, now you can start to look at tactics. And while advertising, sometimes called promotion, sometimes called communications, is a tactic, it's just one tactic.
But that's not what's been happening. What's been happening is what I call communification. I made that word up. What that means is we don't bother with tactics anymore. Where were the presentations on pricing and distribution this week? We don't bother with that, and we just focus on communications. We don't call it communications. We call it, content marketing, and we call it, social and digital and TV. But the point is, it's just comms. It's a small part of marketing.
Tactics is how we use the tools at our disposal to make the strategy work. Tactics includes price, product, place, and promotion. The famous 4 Ps of marketing. Price can be looked at by its competitiveness or the message that it sends to the customer and the profit that it gives back to the company. The product or service is looking at what we're selling. Is it viable? Is it special? Is it scalable? What are the features and benefits? Place, in marketing terms, has to do with things like location, merchandising if you're a retail business, even distribution channels. Then we get to the promotion or communications part of marketing. Within communication, we get things like staff selling skills, public relations, graphic design, signage, and advertising. And inside advertising are things like digital, billboards, radio, television, direct mail. So that means that things like radio, digital, TV are just a piece of advertising, which is just a piece of promotion, which is just a piece of the tactics, which is just a piece of all of marketing.
Now, here's the key point. They're multiplicative. This is why brand management's so hard. If you fuck up one of the 3, you're fucked. Okay, that's Latin. Yeah. If you get one of them wrong, the whole thing's wrong. Yeah. And that makes marketing hard. It's multiplicative. You can't make up for a shit diagnosis with a really good strategy, because your strategy is built from your diagnosis. So they all weight approximately the same.
This is the stuff that does not change. Marketing is still the same job it's been, and the same rules apply. Marketing has not changed, and there's no reason to think that it will change. Pieces and parts of advertising have changed. But whether it's the back of a comic book or a zany TikTok dance is irrelevant. That's just advertising. The marketing fundamentals behind those ads matter much more. And the fundamentals remain the same. I mentioned Mark Ritson and his mini MBA class. I do suggest that if you are in the marketing department of your company, it is a great tool to really understand the foundational stuff that makes your job work. Do look into that at marketingweek.com. And if you don't have somebody in the marketing department in your business, that's where people like me come in. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments in the comments below, or you can send me an email at johnny@molsonpartners.com. Until next time, keep musing about marketing and don't sneak up on me like that.